Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most essential tools for anyone who works with wireless tech, the spectrum analyzer. Think of it as our special pair of glasses for seeing the invisible, buzzing world of radio frequencies all around us. You know, radio waves are literally everywhere. They're carrying your Wi-Fi, your favorite radio station, your phone call, but you can't see them, you can't hear them, you can't touch them. So how in the world do you fix a problem with something you can't even perceive? Well, that is the exact question the spectrum analyzer was built to answer. And this right here, this image says it all. On the left, you've got an oscilloscope. It shows you a signal's voltage going up and down over time. That's the time domain. But on the right, that's the spectrum analyzer's view, the frequency domain. It takes that exact same signal and breaks it down into all its ingredients, showing you each individual frequency and just how strong it is. This right here is the magic trick. This is how we make the invisible visible. So what is spectrum analysis really? It's just the process of drawing a graph of signal strength versus frequency. Instead of seeing one wiggly line, you see this whole landscape of peaks and valleys. Every single peak is a different radio signal, and how tall that peak is tells you how powerful it is. This is a total game changer, because it lets you see things that are completely hidden otherwise, like pesky interference or unwanted signals called harmonics that your transmitter might be putting out. So why does this matter so much? Well, it comes down to three huge things. First, troubleshooting. When your signal is acting up, the analyzer is like a detective's magnifying glass, letting you hunt down rogue interference or find a piece of broken gear. Second, design verification. If you're an engineer building a new phone, you use this to prove it's actually working the way you designed it. And third, and this is a big one, regulatory compliance. You have to prove to the government that your signals are clean and staying in their lane, otherwise you could be facing some massive fines. All right, let's talk about decoding the display. To really use this tool, you got to speak its language. So let's quickly break down the main settings you'll see on the screen. It's kind of like the dashboard in your car. Each dial tells you something vital. First up is the frequency span. Just think of this as the zoom lens for your view of the radio world. If you set a wide span, you get this big bird's eye view of an entire frequency band. But if you want to get a real close-up look at one particular signal, you just dial in a narrow span and zoom right in. It's how you navigate the whole spectrum. Next, we've got the reference level. This basically sets the ceiling for your measurement. See, the up and down axis measures signal strength, and the reference level is simply the value at the very top line of that grid. You adjust it to move your signal up or down on the screen so it's not smashed against the top or buried down in the noise at the bottom. It's all about getting that perfect view. And then there's resolution bandwidth, or RBW. This one's a little tricky, but think of it as the focus knob for your view. A narrow or small RBW lets you get a super sharp focus, so you can clearly see two signals that are really close together. It also helps by pushing the visible noise floor down. The only catch? It makes the measurement take a lot longer. So it's always this trade-off between seeing fine detail and getting a fast update. And here is how it all comes together on the screen. You've got frequency running side to side, amplitude running up and down, and that yellow line is your live signal trace. All those controls we just mentioned, the span, the reference level, the RBW, are what you use to frame this picture perfectly and get the answers you're looking for. Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this thing actually works in the real world. For our first example, let's jump into the world of amateur or ham radio. For ham radio folks, keeping their transmissions clean isn't just about being a good neighbor on the airwaves. It's actually the law. They have to make sure their signals don't have any unwanted garbage that could spill out and interfere with really important stuff like aviation communications or public safety channels. So, let's set the scene. Imagine there's this weird, mysterious signal that keeps popping up and jamming the 2-meter band. That's a slice of the airwaves that's often used for emergency communications. It's causing a ton of static, blocking important messages, and nobody has a clue where it's coming from. So an operator grabs a portable spectrum analyzer and hooks up an antenna. And bam, there it is, clear as day. A strong, steady signal sitting right where it shouldn't be. The tool instantly makes the invisible problem visible. But you know, seeing it is just the first step. The real question is, what is it and where is it coming from? So, using the analyzer, the operator measures the exact frequency. And after a little bit of math, they realize this mystery signal is a perfect harmonic, an unwanted multiple of a frequency that's used by business radios. They hook up a directional antenna, play a little radio detective, and trace the signal to a faulty transmitter on a rooftop miles away. Problem found, problem solved, all thanks to the spectrum analyzer.
All right, let's switch gears. In the commercial world, where clear communication can be mission critical,
the stakes are even higher. I mean, think about it. For security teams, logistics companies, police, and fire departments, a dropped radio call isn't just an inconvenience. It could literally be a disaster. Their radio systems have to work 100% of the time. And with today's airwaves being so crowded, that means you need precise tools to keep things running smoothly. To make sure that happens, technicians are constantly running a whole battery of tests. They use the analyzer to make sure radios are transmitting at the right power level. They check to see if any of that signal is leaking into the channel next door. They check the quality of the signal itself to make sure it's clear. And they document everything to prove they're following the law.
Okay, now let's scale up from those little handheld radios to the real giants of the RF world: broadcast television and cable.
It's amazing, really. On one hand, you have these gigantic broadcast towers pumping out thousands of watts of power to cover an entire city. And on the other, you have a signal that's trapped inside a tiny coaxial cable, crammed in there with hundreds of other channels. They are two completely different worlds, but both of them absolutely depend on spectrum analysis to deliver a clean signal to you. And the problems they face are totally different. The over-the-air broadcast engineer is all about raw power and making sure the signal reaches everywhere. But the cable TV tech, they're basically masters of organization, managing hundreds of channels packed shoulder to shoulder. They're worried about noise leaking into the cable from the outside and weird distortions that happen when all those signals mix together. The tools are the same, but the challenges couldn't be more different. All right, so we've covered what a spectrum analyzer is and what it does, but how do you make sure that your very first measurement is actually a good one? Let's run through a quick pre-flight checklist. Seriously, these 3 steps are non-negotiable if you want accurate results. First, let the thing warm up. Just turn it on and let it sit for about 30 minutes. The super-sensitive circuits inside need to get to a stable temperature. Second, run the internal calibration. Pretty much every modern analyzer has a button for this. It just lets the machine adjust itself for the current temperature. And third, before you test your unknown signal, test a known one. Hook up a signal source that you know is accurate and just double-check that the analyzer is reading it correctly. It's a simple sanity check that will save you a world of headaches. You see, the spectrum analyzer is so much more than just a piece of test gear. It's a lens. It's a special window that lets us see into this bustling, invisible dimension that powers our entire modern world. And it helps us keep that world running smoothly. So the only question left is, with a tool like this in your hands, what will you discover?